First of all, I want to start by putting your mind at ease. I do have some leadership qualities, and I have been president before of my grade school student council. So leadership got off to an early start for me, and then that continued in high school as well. I was elected president of my high school student council, where I want to share with you a proud moment. One of the highlights for me was when we got the uniform changed from that ugly gray polyester to the very stylish wool tartan kilt, which went very well with our penny loafers at the preppy school where I went. So that was a high point for me. However, I'll share with you, I'm very honest, one of the low points of my high school political career was known as the Great Mascot Mess of 1984. And that was with our small school deciding we need a mascot, and it wasn't like the Fighting Tigers or anything. We voted on the unicorn to be our mascot. So I was walking around with a high school jacket that had a unicorn on it, and I sort of regret allowing that to happen. And not my proudest moment, but I learned from my mistakes, and I move on. And I promise you that there will be no unicorns representing this Rotary Club of Philadelphia. Another fun fact about my high school days is that at the graduation, I was awarded the Mother Stephanie Award for amiability and exactitude. Since nobody really knows what those words mean, or we don't really say those words anymore, thankfully that award has been morphed into the Cooperation and Leadership Award. So I was honored to receive that, and I think that those are all qualities which will serve me well in this position. Some other traits that I think will be good for me in my new role as president here are skills I developed in my role as a broadcast journalist. Working in radio and TV news, I was a fact finder. I'm a good listener. I like to gather information, ask a lot of questions, and try to look at an issue from all angles. I'm looking forward to hearing from all of you and from hearing the many voices of the board. We'll be working together during this next year, as well as all of the past presidents, sharing your wisdom and suggestions as well. And don't be surprised if I just corner you and sit down and start chatting and asking you some questions. I really like to get to know people, and I'm looking forward to this year, getting to know all of you better. If my queries start to get annoying, and I have been told sometimes I get a little too news reportery on people, I ask a lot of questions, please understand it's not my casting doubt or minimizing or discrediting anybody's ideas. I really, it's just the way my brain works. It's my inner journalist really wanting to explore all sides. It's like I said, the way my brain works, and old habits are hard to break, and I want my brain to work well to serve this club in the coming year. Now, many of you know that I got involved in Rotary through the group study exchange, which Joan referenced. During the month that I spent in South Korea, I was so impressed with the organization and with its impact locally and globally that I knew I wanted to become a Rotarian. Though I live in the suburbs, I shopped around and I looked for different clubs, and this Rotary Club of Philadelphia really felt like a good fit for me. No regrets, so glad I joined all those years ago. And one of the best things that happened, soon after I joined, Joan Vittori recruited me. You know how she has that way of just reeling you right in? And she asked me if I would co-chair the district conference with Frank Hollick. We put on the big Oktoberfest event, and it was one of the hardest, most time-consuming processes and projects I'd ever been involved with, but it was a great way for me to really get involved and immersed in Rotary and to learn a lot about the organization and meet some wonderful people along the way, and shared 1,000 laughs with this guy, Frank Hollick. I'm so honored you're here today. Thank you for being here. As well as just meeting other great Rotarians from all around the district. So thank you for sort of lighting my Rotary fire, Joan. The experience reinforced in me that volunteering can be such hard work, but it can also be fulfilling and fun, rewarding, and feel really good. I want all of us to feel really good about our membership in Rotary. And one way I think to do that is to get more involved. Engagement leads to a more fulfilling experience. You're paying to be part of this organization, not just to have lunch. As president, I would love to see more of you join committees, more of you attend our service projects, our fundraisers, our social events. I'd love to see Philadelphia better represented at upcoming district events. I hope you'll consider mixing up your weekly routine a bit too. I'm going to work on trying to ask you to switch tables and sit with different people, and let's make sure that we're really making people feel welcome, the students, the guests, and the new members. Speaking of new members, one of my big goals this year is to grow our membership. The more people we have, the more good we can do. And in the coming weeks, you're going to hear more about our plans to expand the membership committee and recruitment efforts. Plan to offer an incentive for those of you who bring new members into our club. You'll hear more about the offer of an a la carte membership option as a way to entice people to try us out. Another one of my goals is to make Rotary more visible. The beautiful new website that we now have, thanks to Matt Tay, it's really going to help with this. I want the media to be more involved with what Rotary is doing. I think if the media knows about Rotary, then they can help the public learn more about Rotary. We all need to toot our own horns. Let's have your elevator speeches ready to go. Joe Vittori is a big proponent of that, and I'm going to really encourage you all to speak proudly about your involvement in Rotary. One way to increase awareness is through our service projects. With the energy of Ian Campbell, this year we're planning at least 4 projects this year, something for all ages and ability levels and interests. I want to continue what President Sandy started, getting different members up here to do the pledge and invocation. That's really a way to get engaged and get involved, so thanks for starting that. That will continue. I've just been installed and I take this new role very seriously. I want to build on the success of Sandy and of Jeb and of Bill and of Joe and take steps to help our club and our city. And I want to help you get the most out of your Rotary experience. Rotary International's theme this year is Be a Gift to the World. My gifts, besides my award-winning amiability and exactitude, are my diplomacy, my openness, and my positive attitude. I have knowledge of Rotary from having graduated the Rotary Leadership Institute and leading the GSE team that went to Greece and having attended several international conventions. I encourage you to think about what gifts you can share. What talents or interests do you have that might be a good fit for a committee or a service project? With our gifted and enthusiastic new district governor, Chad Rosenberg, and his plan to have a very memorable district conference right here, as well as his ambitious plan to grow new Rotary clubs, we are going to have an exciting year. I am inspired to be the best president I can be, to help this Rotary Club be the best that it can be. So thank you all for your support. I'm looking forward to a great year ahead, and have a great rest of the day. Let's have an awesome day.